Spicy decks of the week, where we take a look at all the cool, crazy decks from the past week that had success either in tournament, or by reaching King of Games, or by going on a win streak at the King of Games or Legend level. Starting right off, we have an Exodia deck that managed to hit King of Games. Now, this is taking advantage of the Neo-Spatian engine, which has a couple of really powerful draw cards in it. So first we have Convert Contact. If you have no monsters, you send the Neo-Spatian from your hand to grave, and one from your deck to grave, and then you get to draw 2 cards. So, great draw 2 card there. But we also have the Space Gift here, which lets you draw a card for each Neo-Spatian on the field that you have on the board. So what you want to do is you want to use your Trap card here next. You get a special summon any number of Neo-Spatians from your graveyard to the board, and since Convert Contact's going to be dumping them into the graveyard, you're going to be very easily be able to get that. Also, next can be played straight from your hand. You don't have to set it first if you have no cards on your side of the board, which with this deck, you're not going to have any cards on your side of the board, obviously, so really easy to be able to pull this off. You dump your Neo-Spatians with the Convert Contact, bring them back with next, and then you use Space Shift to draw cards for each one that you have on your field. Combine that with the Spellbook engine and the Cup of Aces. This deck is really cool, and like I said, really consistent to get to the Exodia. This is one of the best Exodia decks I think that we've seen in this game, and certainly one that I'll be playing with, and plan on doing a full deck profile about. I actually have another Exodia profile that I've done that will be going up really soon, and we'll be doing this one afterward at some point in the next couple months. Next up, we have another King of Games deck. This is actually a hand deck. Now, I know you see the Alistair in here, but don't worry, this isn't just an Invoker deck. We actually have a really cool other trick that we're doing here. So, it revolves around our skill, Bury and Battle Morph, number over 100. So, this skill says from turn 2 onward, if you have a number monster on your side of the board between 101 and 107, you can activate the skill to put the rank up magic Bury and Force flat on your field, and then you can activate it and evolve whatever XYZ monster you have on the board. So we're using the number 106 Giant Hand with this. So you summon this with any 2 level 4s, which is really easy to do with this deck because we have Kageto Kage, we have the Inari Fire, and the Prominence Hand, which is special summon itself when you have Fire Hand on board. So we have a lot of ways to get 2 level 4s on the board very easily going into this. And then you activate your skill, giving you the rank up magic card, which then allows you to go into the number C106 Giant Red Hand. Now, Giant Red Hand is a really powerful card. 2,600 attack points. It says, once per turn, during either player's turn, when a card or effect is activated on the field, detach one and negate the effect, and negate all other face-up cards on the field until the end of the turn. So, anything your opponent activates to try to take this out, you can negate it, stop all the rest of their cards on their side of the field for the turn. Really powerful negation effect, and when you combine it with the other backward cards that we're running here, it can create really powerful boards that can be tough for our opponent to get through. And we still have ways to finish the game with the Invoker package, getting us into multiple Purgatorios over time. It does give us a way to sort of try to finish out the duels when, because Giant Red Hand by itself one monster can be very difficult to do so. So, really cool technique. And of course, because we do have so many rank 4 monsters, or level 4 monsters that go into rank 4 so easily, we have access to the rank 4 package here. Some really powerful cards like the Malevolent Sin and the Utopia package. So, really cool things that we're doing with this deck. Nice to see that people are finding ways to use the hands, at this point in Duel Link's lifespan. Next up, we have a Simorgh deck, and I had to look at this deck for a few minutes where I figured out what we were doing with this skill. So, our skill is Kuriboh Morph. Now, if you've never seen this skill before, don't worry, I've never seen it before either. I was like, what is this? Basically, you select the Kuriboh that's in your hand or on your side of the field, and then you can turn it into one of the following Kuribohs. In this case, we're going for a Relink Kuriboh, which is this level 1 that says whenever it's tributed, you get to draw a card. And that's really what we care about with this thing. So what we're actually doing here is we're summoning the level 1 Simorgh monster, linking off into the Link Kuriboh. The Simorgh monster's effect is going to activate itself to summon itself back to the board, and you're also going to be able to get an additional normal summon this turn of a Simorgh monster. You're then going to use your skill to turn the Link Kuriboh into that Relink Kuriboh monster, and then tribute them both off for your Simorgh of Darkness. And that's going to give you a draw from the Relink Kuriboh, so you're replacing the, you're getting back your card advantage. You're not losing any card advantage at all when you do that, and you're getting the draw off of the, by getting that draw off of that Relink Kuriboh. And of course, you're ending up with Simorgh of Darkness on the board, which can negate your opponent's spell and trap cards. So, or any effect actually. So it's any spell or trap effect. So it's really powerful negation that you get on the board really easily using this Simorgh package. And it's just a really neat way to do so. Really big brain play to be able to get to the Simorgh of Darkness out in the field very easily using this little Kuriboh package. So other cool cards in this deck though include other powerful Simorgh cards. Of course, we have the Searcher here, Simorgh Bird of Bringing. Whenever you normal summon, you get to add a Simorgh from your deck to hand. So you can very easily and consistently get out your package. Of course, we also have the spell cards who also do the same thing, be able to get to your cards a little bit quicker. You can cut the Order Darks probably that the deck author talked about. There's only 3 targets in it, but we do have multiple ways to search it out, so you do pretty consistently have a dark in hand and the ability to filter through your deck, and it's really important to be able to draw through your cards and get to all the combos that you need with this deck and get to your backward to protect yourself and everything else. So Really neat idea, and it's really nice to see that people are finding really inventive ways to use some of the decks in the game, and find different ways to try to use some of the skills that we have access to. Next up, we have to talk about a Toon deck. I wanted to bring a Toon deck to your attention this week. Especially this one got top 8 in the meta weekly. We've been seeing a lot of players hitting King of Games with this deck. Of course, they got new support cards in forms of Toon Blacklustre Soldier. Also, the Toon Dark Magician is a newer card coming out. I mean, it's not new. It's easy to get now at the card trader, I should say. We also, of course, have the Comic Hand, the Toon, and the Toon Bookmarks, as well as the Toon Briefcase. So lots of new Toon cards in here that are really powerful, right? The Briefcase, your trap card is really nice. When your opponent summons a monster while you control a Toon, shuffle that monster or monsters back in the deck. So if we're playing a Pendulum deck and they Pendulum summon multiple monsters, you can shuffle them all back in with Briefcase. Very devastating trap card. We also have Toon Bookmark. You get to add a Toon World or one card that specifically lists the world, that specifically lists the card Toon World in its text from your deck to hand. So we got a powerful searcher here, being able to get you your Toon World or even better, able to get you your Toon Kingdom to the field. Great field spell with nice protection. Really, the thing that Toons really needed to kind of kick off here. Plus, we also have access to Terraforming now. Another fairly recently released special set card came out back in the end of April. That gives you another way to get to the Toon Kingdom. So really cool things from the Toon deck. Glad to see that some people are having success with it. And not just on ladder, but actually doing well in tournaments. There was a couple players who managed to get top 8 in tournaments over the last couple weeks with this deck ever since it came out. So really nice to see Toons doing well. And if you guys want to see any of these decks in a video, let me know. Like I said, I do plan on making that Exodia deck into a video on its own. But if there's any others you would like to see, let me know in the comment section. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. It helps out the channel. And I really appreciate you guys watching. Have a great rest of the day.